Good morning, honorable educators and also the audience. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak argument from the motion that this House would heavily tax manufacturing corporations that automate majority of their workforce. I respectfully say that I'm strongly agree with this motion. First, let me explain the key of the term what we discussed today. In the motion that government would heavily tax manufacturing corporations that automate majority of their workforce. So, what is an automation? Automation is implementation of technologies, computer programs, robots, or any other process to create a product with minimum human input. So, they will use the minimum human input in order to save production costs. And what is a tax? Tax is a payment that should be paid to the government by everyone who stand in the country in order to build the country itself. For your information, a tax for manufacturing corporation is around 22% today. So we strongly agree that the House would heavily tax manufacturing corporations that automate majority of their workforce, which means the manufacturer corporation who use and automate majority of their workforce will be taxed more than 22%. Now we clearly understand about the definition of our motion today. The next big question is why government would be heavily tax manufacturing corporation that automate majority of their workforce. So as a Prime Minister, I have my point or argument why I agree about this motion. Firstly, it prevents disappearance of tax revenue source. From the economical point of view, manufacturing corporations that automate majority of their workforce will be used a minimum human input and resource. We all know that manufacturing corporations that automate majority of their workforce is a symbol that the country is on a progress and innovation. But a manufacturing corporation that automate majority of their workforce will be need a few of people. Average is engineer and programmer, and not all the people are other engineer and programmer. That means the job application will be very decline and increase the jobless people. We all know that employment people are tax revenue sources that give many benefits to build the country. But manufacturing corporations that automate the majority of their workforce would increase a big potential to remove employment people. Unemployment people is a burden for the country. The country will not get any taxes from them. And what happens if country don't get any taxes? The country have no fund to build itself, and it can be a very big problem that leads to the social problem like poverty, unemployment itself, and instability. Besides that, in this era, we need more employment. With the number of people in the world is increasing, we need employment. And manufacturing corporations that automate majority of their workforce are not giving many jobs application because they just need a few of people. For example, in my region, manufacturing corporations switch to automation use and kick out many workers because they are not needed anymore. And workers become unemployment and they confused for what they're gonna do. They have to feed their family, they have to cost their life and have to get job as soon as possible. And is it not easy? Is it so unfair and cruel? Therefore, it's feel unfair when manufacturing corporations that automate majority of their workforce are not heavily taxed. They can simply get many profit while giving many problems that can lead to disaster. So, heavily taxed manufacturing corporations that automate majority of their workforce will be very fair and helpful to solve and prevent stagnant tax collection, unemployment, and other many problems. Secondly, it will be very helpful to build and upgrade the country. Heavily taxed and heavily taxed the manufacturing corporation that automate majority of their workforce will be very useful to build and upgrade the country. We can allocate the fund to build an infrastructure like medical place, public restroom, public playground, or any useful infrastructure. We also can upgrade and or maintain the infrastructure that already built. And if we think deeper, the heavily tax can be a solution for the job losers. Let me explain it. It's a manufacturing corporation that automate majority of their workforce definitely guilty for the job loss, and because of that, government give a heavy tax. The heavy tax can be used to give some education training session for the unemployment to increase their skill. They will become a better person that more skilled and more prepared so they can get other job easily. With many skilled people, we can build a great country where the many sectors are full of skilled people, not just at the economy sector. The teacher with training session will be so helpful to increase the educational sector. Skilled people in educational sector will increase the high human resource. With high human resource, the country will be very strong and developed. Therefore, heavily taxed manufacturing corporations that automate majority of their workforce will be very helpful to build the country and solve the problem that caused by manufacturing corporation itself. In the conclusion, these heavy taxes are needed and not just an action that stops the progress. Unavoidable. Manufacturing corporation that use automatic machine is a symbol of progress, innovation. But without the wise use, it can be an agent of disaster and problem. Manufacturing corporations that automate majority of their workforce are caused many problems like unemployment that leads to the poverty. So a heavy tax for them are given an equal and fair play to give stability for this country. A heavy tax can be a solution to the problem that caused by manufacturing corporations that automate majority of their workforce. The fund can be allocated to build or upgrade infrastructure, give innovation, and increase the high human resource with training session. And because of that, I proudly stand the government side for today's motion. Thank you. Aduh.